Hi guys. So it's a bit late, and I should be probably heading out soon to get ready for tonight's new Saturday Night Live on NBC. Um, but before I go, I just need to put out another message across social media tonight, specifically to the people at Disney. Um, Bob Iger, CEO of the Walt Disney Company, Kevin Feige of Marvel Studios, and also the head of the Disney marketing, Asad Ayaz. And I felt especially it was important to put out this message before the ban of TikTok goes into effect in about 2.5 hours, because this might be the last video I ever post on TikTok, and I felt I should make the best of it, especially as I'm sharing it across all of social media, including TikTok, before that site goes dark, at least for the time being. Um, First off, but before I do that, I hope to the people of Los Angeles, California, I hope that you're all doing okay and that you're getting through what's happening over there as best as you can. And I wish that you recover. I hope that you recover soon, and that help comes for you, however it may. Um, because having been there and having made a lot of memories there, it would be sad to see you and your home, everything you stand for and love Los Angeles, lost forever. Um, yeah. All right. Anyway, first off, specifically, Mr. Iger, Mr. Feige, and Mr. Ayaz. First off, congratulations on the launch of the trailer for Marvel Television's Daredevil Born Again on Wednesday. From what I have read, it's one of the biggest launches ever for a Marvel TV Disney Plus series, and I'm looking forward to seeing it when it premieres on Disney Plus in 45 days from now. And I really believe it's going to deliver, especially knowing that you, while I wouldn't say you reworked the entire series, you reworked a good chunk of it while keeping what did work from the pre-strikes material, that I think you're going to make something that will please the fans of the original Daredevil, while also setting a new path for Wilson Fisk and Matt Murdock, when we see that series in March on Disney Plus in 45 days. So looking forward to that. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to the visual effects workers in Los Angeles. Again, hearts out to you, and I hope you're also doing well. Good job with this trailer. Great job cutting it, and I can't wait to see more ahead of Daredevil's launch on Disney Plus, relaunch I should say, on March 4th. Now, on the topic of Marvel, Mr. Iger, Mr. Feige, Mr. Ayaz, it's come to my attention that you're getting a new trailer, allegedly getting a new trailer for Thunderbolts ready. And while I understand that that film is also important to market ahead of its May release, I highly suggest you hold off on releasing that trailer until the Oscars on March 2nd, because while I hear it's going to be released and might be working on now for a possible release in February, my hope is that you hold off on that for the time being, because there is another Marvel Studios film coming out later this summer, arguably your biggest film this year, that you should be putting in all the effort, attention, sweat, and marketing money into to make sure that's your biggest film of the year, at least before Avatar and Zootopia come out at the end of this year, and that's the Fantastic Four: First Steps. I understand Captain America: Brave New World is your priority right now, and Thunderbolts might need to prove a lot of people wrong to doubt them, especially, although I'm not the one you need to convince. I already believe that this movie will surprise against all odds and be a good film, at least compared to something like Captain America: Brave New World, given all the unfortunate misinformation, maybe negativity, negative rumors, and unfortunate controversy surrounding that film I already heard about. But the thing is, the way I see it, the way I see everything you've done, recently at Comic-Con and D23, and even at the Infinity Saga concert experience in August in Los Angeles. It seems to me like you're really trying to get people hyped up for the Fantastic Four first steps more than the other two Marvel films this year. And in my opinion, it would be a huge mistake and a wasted missed opportunity if you did not market the Fantastic Four first steps at the Super Bowl, because this film, at least arguably more than Superman over at Warner Brothers, which I know some people will get mad at me about, but it's true, has a lot more hype than any other superhero film this year, especially given how it's higher than Superman on Fandango, even if Brave New World's above Fantastic Four and Superman. But even Fantastic Four is apparently the most hyped of the year in terms of superhero movies when it comes to what people are saying on Letterboxd. So considering this film is like your last film going into the next two Avengers films, and kind of, even though all three of these might be important for that, I would highly suggest that you hold off on releasing a Thunderbolts trailer until the Oscars to kind of poke fun of the whole indie director things that you get mocked for, and that you hone in on Fantastic Four at the Super Bowl, because this is probably, considering you're opening this film during the weekend of Comic-Con like you did Deadpool and Wolverine last summer, it kind of makes sense that you would have Fantastic Four be your big trailer for the Super Bowl, because this is the one film I feel like people have been waiting for, one of the few films people have been waiting for post Endgame when you got the rights back from Fox. So if I were you, Feige, Iger, and Asad, make sure that you have a Fantastic Four trailer ready for the Super Bowl to break as many views in its 24 hours and challenge Superman for the biggest superhero film of the year, globally and domestically, especially now that TikTok's about to get shut down, and you might need to do everything you can to have that trailer be as big as it can, especially if it means putting it on like Fortnite or Twitch or Threads, anything really, to try and Snapchat especially, to make up for TikTok's apparent shutdown. So there's that. And also, other than Fantastic Four, there's one, and also along with maybe another spot for Daredevil Born Again, maybe one spot for Thunderbolts, but not a trailer. I would save the trailer for the Oscars. I'm also hoping that Pixar's Elio will be the one other Disney film of this year you'll market, because I feel like Fantastic Four and Elio are the films, Thunderbolts too, but those two especially are like your most important films of this year, because not just that Marvel Studios needs to prove that they can get Marvel's first family right, but Pixar has to prove that they can still make successful original films after Elemental had to use its word of mouth to save itself at the box office this year. And I'm kind of hoping that you'll at least give Elio a spot at the Super Bowl, just to make audiences be aware of that and have them decide if they would prefer seeing an original animated film that might be good, given it's got the directors of Pixar's Coco and Pixar's Turning Red behind it, or if they want to see a remake of another animated film, a live-action remake of another animated film with Universal's How to Train Your Dragon. And I would hope that people are smart enough, considering that they bash Disney, you guys at Disney, for remaking animated films there in live action, to not do How to Train Your Dragon, and that I hope they see Elio instead, considering that they claim they want original films, yet I wonder if they care that much to make them succeed at the box office. So yeah. And one more thing, Mr. Iger, on the topic of Pixar, it's not just Elio, but when it comes to Pixar's other two original stories coming up, specifically Win or Lose on Disney Plus, and even Hoppers, which hits theaters next March, I hope that you can at least, with Win or Lose, I know that there's a certain scene you removed, but my hope is that you'll at least put it on the extras tab section on the Disney Plus page for Win or Lose when that show comes out, so people can judge the fully animated scene for themselves, if it was necessary to cut out or not. And given the LA wildfires, my hope is that if The Wild Robot wins the Oscars for Best Animated Feature, my hope is that you reverse your course on reducing the environmentalist message in Hoppers and at least let them tell the story they want, because we all could use some sort of hope right now that we can save our planet, and it would be best if you did all that. So please do the right thing, Iger, Feige, and Asad. Thank you.